and welcome to the Blackburn End Podcast. Remember to like and subscribe before you do anything else. Massively important that we get those subscribers up. But here we are giving our reaction to the Rovers versus Stoke fixture. But going into the game, the headlines really were that Rovers haven't won a midweek league game in 11 months. 11 months. So, we started and we'd asked from the weekend that we needed some energy. We needed a change of something. It just started to feel a bit stagnant and a bit predictable and samey going forward. Rovers lined up same formation, but we had the Ainsley pairs in the nets. We changed both fullbacks from weekend. We had Callum Britton at right back, Harry Pickering coming in for the injured Owen Beck at left back. Danny Barr and Dominic Hyam carried on at centre half. Tronstad and Travis, as always, in midfield. And then a couple more changes came. Andy Vyman on the right. Hedges moved to the left. Cantwell moving inside to the number 10 role that the fans have been calling out for. Up front, Yuki Ohashi kept his place. Stoke started the game quite brightly, if I'm being honest. The Rovers had the first minute and then Stoke got into it. Had a couple of half chances. But if truth be told, that was it for the first half. It was all Rovers. Rovers' energy and pressing was absolutely evident. We've been crying out for shots on goal, crying out for the ball to go wide, crying out for the tempo to be improved. And it was. Rovers were evidently making a real strong, concerted effort to get the game moving at the pace they wanted it. Anytime the ball was going down for a free kick, they were taking that free kick quickly if they could. Stoke trying to slow the game down time and time again. There was a point where Johansson went down. I'm going to say feigning injury. All the Stoke players, it was about 18th minute, rush across and they're getting the tactics from the manager because at that point they just could not stop the flow of attacks from Rovers. Callum Britton in the right back position, his energy is unbelievable. He's forward and back all first half. He's really getting some good balls in. He's getting into some good positions. And that's allowing Rovers to just put Vyman slightly inside and Stoke are struggling to pick them up. Hedges is picking some good positions up out on the left. He's not having his greatest of games so far. I'm recording this at half time. He's whipping some balls in. I'd just like to see a bit more from Ryan Hedges. Harry Pickering, similar, getting in some great positions down that left-hand side, but his final ball's letting himself down. But undoubtedly, with star of the show is Todd Cantwell. Cantwell, everything's going through him. He's picking up the ball in space. He's turning. Stoke can't get close to him. He's laying the ball through for Ohashi. He's laying the ball wide. He's even having some efforts on goal himself. Ohashi's had a couple of efforts. One of them is a really decent effort, to be fair to him. He's bouncing quite awkwardly on his left foot. He hits it. He couldn't get it across the keeper properly. And we know Johansson's a good keeper. But the first half, I've got to say it's been a really positive first half from Rovers. We're trying something a bit different on the pod today. We're going to pause this at half time. I'll come back and record my reaction at full time. It's not often I get the chance to do this. I'm normally at the games. I've got my daughter. I'm watching on Sky tonight. To be honest, Rovers have been really unlucky to go in at 0-0 at half time. They've dominated the play. Stoke have really struggled to keep tabs with us. We're moving that ball quickly. The tempo's quick. We're getting the game going quick. Stoke are constantly trying to slow it down. My concern, we haven't scored. We've had loads of pressure, loads of balls in and around the box, quite a lot of efforts on goal. I mean, some of them from Ohashi, and he ended up in the upper tier of the Blackburn End. But do you know what? I don't mind that today. We wanted that. We wanted efforts on goal. We wanted just more from the players, and we've got it so far. If we're going to carry on playing at this tempo, we're going to have to make changes. So the subs are going to be all important. We've got Tijon on the bench, but he played 82 minutes yesterday. We've got young Litherland on the bench. He played yesterday as well, so I don't expect to see either of them. Will we see Harry Leonard? I think it might be the game for him. John Buckley had a really good cameo appearance at weekend. I think he's going to have to come into the game because Travis and Tronstad are running themselves into the ground. Hedges is looking tired. That's going to be the key for me. How do we mix this up? Because so far we've had all the pressure, but we're not really testing Johansson. Can that change in the second half? We'll come back and we'll find out. Welcome back. So it's been half time. My mic's up there because I am lower than a snake. belly, if I'm being honest. So we've lost the game 2-0. And I'll be honest, at half time, I couldn't see a way that really happened. And coming away at the end of the game, I'm still not quite sure how it's happened. Stoke came out second half, much brighter. They pushed 10 yards further up the pitch, so the centre halves were more or less on the halfway line, tried to condense the play, and they were the ones forcing the tempo, and they capitalised. Travis doesn't track his runner. Good shot from the edge of the box, pings it across pairs, 1-0, and you start thinking, here we go again. But to be fair to Rovers, we've upped it again. We have absolutely peppered Stoke's goal in that second half. If we played that game another 100 times, we'd win it 99. All the things we asked for at the weekend, crosses into the ball, shots from the edge of the box, tempo, efforts on goal, efforts towards goal, looking like you've got confidence, looking like you've got a real desire and a belief in us going forward. They were all there. Dolan came on, made a massive impact, had a shot from the edge of the box that was curling in the top corner, and I'm not sure many other keepers had saved that, if any, that I can think of. And Victor Johansson, I absolutely hate you right now. He's pulled off a save from Dolan that's out of this world, another reaction save from Vyman that's tremendous. Keepers don't save them in the Championship, not both of them. Come on, give us a break. We've then brought Mackay Gay on with about 10 minutes to go. Britain, amazing cross in. Sorry, it was Cantwell for this one. There's another one. Cantwell, amazing cross in. Gay, 3 yards out, heads it into the ground, and it bounces over the bar. How's that happened? On comes Harry Leonard with, 7, 8 minutes to go. Callum Britton whips a brilliant cross in for him. Leonard does what Leonard does. First involvement in the game, peels away at the back post, free, unmarked, heads it across the keeper, just past the post. Should have done better. So should Gay. But then equally, Johansson saved two that would have been in. And of course, what happens? We're pushing, and we've got a lot of forward bodies on at this point. Stoke break. Danny Bath chasing towards his own goal. Not what you want. Referee's really close. They just get into the box. Bath pulls him down by his neck. You can't argue with it. It was a silly, silly decision by him because actually he got goal side of his man. The referee's right there. Penalty. Tom Cannon steps up, banging for him. 2-0. Even after that, though, we've had a couple of chances and Johansson's pulled up another couple of good saves off, a couple of bits where we've done all right. I just felt really sorry for Rovers tonight. And as much as that's another game without a goal, it's another midweek game without a win, it's another loss and another game without a win, obviously. I'm not as despondent as I should be in some ways. I'm just really deflated because we deserve more than that. But actually, on the grand scheme of things, just take the performance from the 90 minutes away, we look threatening. We look like we could score goals. So I actually feel more upbeat than I did on Saturday in some ways. I'm just trying to tell myself that because we've lost yet another game. We haven't scored again. And it's not making pretty reading right now, the form table. I think if we'd have taken where we are right now, we'd have taken maybe not the individual results against the teams, but we'd have taken the points total where we are. It's just the way it's working now that we've had a really good start and we're sliding. We've got to address this slide. Performances are all well and good, and it's really positive that we've managed to do that tonight in terms of performance, but ultimately the only stat that counts is the result. And I would now swap that the other way around in the next two games. We've got to find something at Cardiff, and then after the international break, we've got to get something at home to Portsmouth. And I really think we've got to get at least 4 points from these two games. We deserve more tonight, but you don't always get what you deserve. It's pleasing and it's positive in the sense that the performance was there, the effort was there as always, but actually there was a bit of goal threat there, which we have been missing. So that is really positive. But the result wasn't, and the goal wasn't. And we've got to fix that quickly. Hang in there, boys. Stoke, well done. Other than last season, I think you always beat us at Ewood anyway. We usually beat you away, so we'll be there at the Bet365. Hopefully we'll do the same to you. I don't care if you batter us and we we snatch a couple of goals. It's football, isn't it, at the end of the day? Goals win games. Well done to you. Rovers fans, keep your chins up. Remember to like and please do subscribe. Come on, we're in this together. We will see you on Saturday, hopefully for a match reaction. But then certainly next Tuesday, the pod will be out first thing. We'll react to this game in a bit more detail and break it down. We'll react to the Cardiff game in a bit more detail. We're talking about loan players this week on the pod, how they're getting on, what we're hoping for them to going into January now. And then obviously from to the international break, we'll give a little bit of info on that. All right, guys. Never mind. Chins up.